Take 4. Oh, this camera app's absolutely horrible. It doesn't touch the focus, it doesn't do anything. So, I'm going to get straight to the point. I think this is a battery problem. I haven't found any other causes for it. It just kind of just shuts down on its own, and that points to it being a battery problem. Like, the battery's just shit because it's almost 10 years old. That makes sense. And that's why I was actually thinking, originally I was going to ask, like, hey, dude, spot me 20 bucks. Give me a genuine new battery. Then I realized, even if it's new, that's still 10 years of sitting. A non-genuine one might actually be right because those might have been made in, like, the last 5 years, which is pretty good. Or, like, even the last 6. I mean, at a certain point, they're both pretty old, but 4 years does make a difference, even if it's just sitting, as you know. But nah, 15 sounds about right. That's enough for just an average battery. Then, like, I can get postage, and then I'll put in like 5. 20 would be cool. I might ask for 20. I don't know. I don't want to ask for much. It's just a battery. I mean, like, really, what are you liable for? Because I was thinking, you have like 20 phones like this sitting in storage somewhere. So I don't know. Let's do this. Sure. You have like 20 phones sitting in storage somewhere. You can't use every single one of them for 20 minutes. That's not economical at all. That would be unfair to ask you to do that. Like, it's not impossible, but you wouldn't want to. Oh, I remember playing this. When this was new. Wow, things sure have changed. Yeah, alright, there's an app. I'm just kind of using it passively while I talk about this. Just so you can see it do the shutdown thing. I caught it on video twice in a 10-minute video. That was the first take. It was perfect. 10 minutes, perfect. 10:10:00:00. That was absolutely phenomenal. None of this 1.58 shit. None of that. And I am swearing a lot in this video. I'm really mad at this camera app. It's just absolutely horrible. I'm using a Moto X 2014 to picture this, and I will be uploading another Sailfish OS video on Moto X 2014 once I get the screen fixed, and then I'll sell this Moto X 2014. But that's not about this one. It's about this phone. I'm gonna keep this on my channel public. Why not? So if anyone sees this is actually geared for an eBay listing. I won't say the seller's name or anything, and I won't say my eBay username. Just kind of keep it vague. But I am going to send a link of this to the seller because I got this phone. I was very excited. It came in this, like, you guys really, wow. It came in this styrofoam brick. It was covered in like 4 layers of bubble wrap. It was amazing. I actually saw the box and I was like, oh, did they send the original box with this? Wow, that's going to look so good on my windowsill when I don't use it. But nah, I don't care about the original box. But yeah, you guys really packaged it up. That was great. I was excited. I pop it out of the box. It's at 80%. That's a big deal. So I'm going to try to record video, actually, just passively. It was at 80%. I was like, sweet, I'm going to get to use this today. Don't have to charge it at my desk or anything. I don't have to charge it at all. 80%. Ooh. So I plug it into my Mac over there. It's a pretty average Mac. 2007 Mac Mini. It's on Mountain Lion, and it has iTunes 11, so it should be able to restore it just fine. I tried iTunes 9, iTunes 10, iTunes 11. I restored iOS 4.1. I did the new baseband on 4.1, the old baseband on 4.1, and everyone knows who's downgraded one of these to 4.1 with the new baseband. It's a pain in the ass. It's horrible. I did 6.1.6 with the new baseband. I don't really have a choice there. I can downgrade. I don't see why I'd do that, though. But yeah, I tried all the software fixes. I've tried everything software-wise, so it's definitely a hardware issue. Oh, yeah, just fucking turned off. And let's turn that on. Let's see what happens. So to power on, and when I hit the power on button after it shuts down, I'm like, alright. Because the first time it happened, I was like, okay, that was kind of weird. The battery's probably just misreading. No big deal. I put it on the charger overnight. Usually that corrects it. See it in Android phones too, when they've just been sitting in storage for a while. Not a big deal at all. Totally average. That usually fixes the battery reading. And I plug it up. It's like, woo, 100%. I wake up this morning, putting on some music, and I decide, you know what, I need to run down this battery to fully calibrate it, because that's a smart thing to do. I think it is, at least. Really make sure it's reading correctly, because like, should I send the seller a message? Should I get a refund? And I could do a refund. I could mail this back. I don't want to do that, though. That's a pain in the ass for both people, because I gotta do, I gotta think 1 week. Okay, yeah, so it just doesn't start up. So I'm gonna plug in my generic 30 pin. This isn't the one you sent me. The one you sent me had a dent in the charger, actually. There's like a dent there, and my dog, yeah, I can't use it. My dog chewed it up. I can't use it at all. Yeah, sorry about that. I wish my dog hadn't chewed it up, but it did have like a slight dent. I was like, wow, this is really tight in the port, and I realized it's because it's dented slightly, so it actually kind of squeezes in there. So I just used one of mine. It's been working fine. I've restored an iPhone 4, an iPhone 4S, an iPod 1 with it, which I need to activate this. That's not important right now. So I'll plug it in, it'll start up fine. They'll say, like, you saw it shut down, like it just run out of power. And it said like 70-something%, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, I could do the thing where I'm like, oh, I'll send it to you, and it'll take, it says 2 to 3 days. That's pretty much a business week at this point because it's Tuesday, and that's assuming I send it today, which I won't. You know, I do have things to do. You've got things to do. So we're looking at like a week for it to get you. Next Monday, probably, maybe next Tuesday. And then you refund me, and then what? I gotta get a new phone, and that comes Monday, maybe. And you know, I'm on break right now. I'm on holiday, but like, it's a pain in the ass. I don't want to deal with it. It'd be so much easier. You just give me like $15-20 for a new battery. $20 if it's genuine. I was looking at genuine batteries too, and this is for anyone looking at this who's interested. For anyone's like, oh, I need to get a genuine battery. I don't know actually, because a non-genuine battery, depending on when it was made, might actually be better than a genuine one. And I know it's like, oh, blasphemous. Galaxy, that's blasphemous. What are you talking about? Because a genuine one's been sitting on a shelf, even if it's brand new, it's been sitting on a shelf for almost a decade now. You know, this is 2009 hardware we're working with. So genuine, they were all made in 2009. I think they might have made them in 2012, but let's be honest, most of those genuine batteries are coming from 2009. So you're looking at decade-old hardware and maybe 6-7-year-old hardware if you're lucky. I'd say the latest Chinese ones could range anywhere from 2009 to maybe actually like 2014, because I think that was the last update this phone got was in 2014, 6.1.6. And you might still see them because there are a lot of collectors and like, oh, throw a Chinese battery in there, no one will see. Nah, I don't think a collector would do that, or a refurbisher. They're all genuine. None of them cheat. I don't cheat. I don't cheat when I refurbish stuff. But yeah, just gonna kind of do this. Throw on some music. Back. No, I don't want to go to the fucking store. Come on, man. No, but like a non-genuine battery will run you about $10 Australian, or if you're in the US, like $7.50. Like that's actually the price in the US. I wouldn't be surprised if that was priced like $7.50, $8, free postage. Send it to you in an envelope. Here you go. It's your problem now. No one will buy these from me because these are all really old. And then genuine ones like $15 Australian, but again, like I said, they're all pretty terrible at this point. You're definitely not going to be using your phone for 10 hours on this thing. Jesus Christ. Aye. There you go. So get the headphone jack in there. Oh, it's plugged in. It's not going to shut down. See, you saw, it was at 70, Jesus Christ, camera, refocus. It was at 77% when I plug it in, but now it's saying 73%. So that battery is fucked up. And again, you know, it's like, what do you expect? I'm honestly not very surprised. Like, if this were an iPhone X, I'm like, oh, this is unacceptable. I demand my $1,000 back. But no, you know, it's a 3GS. It's 10 years old, but at the same time, it was advertised as being good and functioning. So I do want to be compensated for the battery. Like, shit happens, but, you know, I spent, like, guys, I spent $75 on this, or I think it was, because I did pay for Express. I'm not going to factor in Express, actually. I spent $60 on this. I didn't pay 70. With Express, it was like 68, 80, so it's about 70. But I spent like 60 Australian on this, and you can get this in the US for like $40 Australian. That's like, you get it for $30 US with free postage in better condition. But it's Australia, so whatever. And I really wanted one, and this looked like a solid deal. And I'm going to fix it up. But really, I'm totally bitching about the price. But I don't know. Let's put on Call Me maybe. And I'll put that full on. Oh wow, I can hear that. And I don't know what I do after this. I don't know, calendar. Camera seems to be the best way to get this to do it. It'll just randomly do it when I'm using it. But camera seems like, I think camera puts a lot of load on it, and that makes sense. Video recording heats up phones, at least older phones. Newer phones are really good about it, but technologically, I'm pretty much in 2010, 2011. Yeah, if I get the battery issue fixed, I'll probably just run iOS 4 on here. Because I like iOS 6. The only reasons I'd use iOS 6 is iMessage and some social media apps. But yeah, let's see if I can get it to do it one more time. I don't really care about video length at all. But yeah, I guess if you were to watch this, you'd have to be bored at night or something. Yeah, I was looking at a white housing for it. This is horrible camera work. I need to get a better camera. This doesn't cut it. But I was looking at a back housing for it, white. They say white ages better. That's cool. Definitely not how it is with people, but that comment aside. They say white ages better, you know, scratches, you can't really see them as much, and that I'd believe. You know, I pulled this out. You pull one of these out of the box when you first get it, and you know, might as well come with scratches. It scratches so fucking easily. Oh man, I remember playing this when it first came out. Oh shit. I actually, fuck, I can't remember that. Huh, this is weird. Usually it shuts down. But, you know, just that one shutdown should be evidence enough, but I do want to capture it twice. I got that one video, twice in one video. It just clicks off, and it's weird, it doesn't click off at the same time. Which, again, I know what you're thinking, oh, if it were a battery problem, it'd click off at the same time every time. Oh, it got louder suddenly. Let's close that before I get copyright striked. Yeah, usually it shuts off at the same time every time, right? Well, no, actually, because it's reading the battery wrong. This is a common 3GS battery problem, and I know what you're thinking. A lot of people, like myself, I did it too, because sometimes a reset does fix it, or restoring to iOS 4.1 and updating to 6.1.6 again. Sometimes that fixes it, but I'd say 99, or not 99, like 60, 70% of the time, you need to get a new battery. And it sucks. It really does suck. But at least this phone's super easy to take apart. And I'll make a video on how to replace a 3GS battery in 2018. And how to replace, like, when I get the housing and the battery and everything, I'll do a video on how to replace the housing and the battery and the display and shit. Basically a take apart and put back together video. It's so easy to fix these, because I've been fixing up 4 and 4S's, and they're such a pain. Like, you're taking them apart, and you just gotta disassemble so many things to get to, like, one component, where on here it's like all the plugs are numbered. There are only 8 screws in the motherboard. Everything on the housing is like separate. Like, I don't have to take apart a bunch of stuff to get to something that is buried under something else. At least, like, people who've taken apart a 4 and a 4S and then gone to a 3GS or vice versa will know what I'm talking about. The 4s and the 4Ss, I thought they were easy. They're not. I don't know. I think this requires iOS 7.1. I want to keep using this. I love this phone. I love the 3GS. Yeah, there it goes. Let's see if it does it. Right, that's twice in one video. But yeah, I'm just 15, 20 bucks. 20 bucks would be awesome. That'd be preferable. I mean, that's enough for a genuine. Like, I want a genuine battery. Who doesn't want a genuine battery? I'm really on the road. I asked someone online. I was like, hey, should I get genuine or non-genuine? Logically, I'd like to think at this point they're on par. They both suck. I mean, you're comparing trash to garbage. Same thing, different external. I can't articulate that thought at all. But you know what I mean. I'm really on the fence. A genuine one's more expensive. A non-genuine is less expensive. And I'd like to think they're about the same. But 20 bucks would be killer. I think, actually, yeah, 20 bucks sounds about right. I'm like convincing myself into it. I don't know, 15, 20, you decide. It doesn't make much difference. Of course, you're probably going to do 15. That just makes sense. Like, hey, do you want to give me more or less money? Such a stupid question now that I think about it. Yeah, there it goes. It won't even start up, which sucks. So, yeah. Sometimes it'll do this in a loop, and it'll actually, on the last video, because it didn't save that video because it's a horrible phone. On that video, it actually showed, like, oh, your battery's dead, plug it in. And I was like, really? And I plugged it in, it showed the lightning bolt, and then just shot right to the Apple logo. So that's definitely a battery read issue, and it's sort of impossible to calibrate a battery that you can't kill. You know, I can't get this down to 0% because it just keeps shutting down. But yeah, I'm going for a solid. I'm at 1446 right now. I'm trying to get to 1500. That'd be perfect. 10 seconds. Oh, 8 seconds. Shit, I can't think of anything to say. Shit.